Hey, Jennifer Goodwin here. Welcome to this amazing training on how to get free press. Ooh, I love this one. I love this one. People love this information, and I don't understand why gurus, so-called experts in marketing, are hiding this information from you. Well, if you look at my page here, my website, now this is just my biography page, my resume, Jennifer H. Goodwin, and it holds information about me. And if you look right here, you see that I've been featured in ABC and CNN.com, and I've been on the Huffington Post Live, and been featured in Monster and Inc. and over 100 magazines. Now, do you think I'm anything special? Well, I mean, I hope you do. But do you think that this is only reserved for certain people on the planet? Not at all. And let me show you what I mean. Think about the amount of press that is produced every day in every country, in every language, in every format, whether it's TV, whether it's social, whether it's radio, whether it's a magazine, whether it's a press release. The amount of news, I'll use air quotes here, the amount of news that goes out over the wire is excessive. We're bombarded with it. Do you think there's enough journalists and writers and reporters and editors in the world to produce that amount of content just from their brains? No. The answer is no. And guess what they need help with? They need help with writing all those stories. And guess who they go to for help? They go to people that know their own topics. So for example, I know marketing, I know technology, I know systems, I even know holistic health. I can speak about all of that in an article. You know something. You have a gift inside of you. You have some skills under your belt. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what you've done for work, whether it's been corporate, whether it's been entrepreneurial. It does not matter. There are journalists out there right now waiting for your expertise. Okay? So where do we find them? We go to a handy dandy little site called helpareporter.com. And Help a Reporter was started years ago and bought out, but it's still as great as it ever was, except cookies. Okay. When you land on helpareporter.com, it says, I'm a journalist or I'm a source. Now, you would be a source. Well, you might be a journalist watching this, but for the other people, you are most likely a source if you are looking to get free press for yourself or your brand. Okay? So you click it, and it's free. I'm the queen of giving you free resources and free ways to do things until you need to pay for something. I will tell you all day long which software you should be paying for. And I will tell you all day long when to spend your money on a virtual assistant. But I will also tell you where to cut the corners and when to do something for free. You don't need to go pay $10,000 to a publicist, to a PR person, to some marketer that's promising to get you on TV. Do it this way for free if you are bootstrapping it. I got over 100 press mentions in a matter of 2 years one year when I was really hitting this hard. It was crazy. And that's not, those 100 go out to a couple hundred more sites. They keep getting picked up and spread around. Okay, so one story can change your life. One article, one feature. So all you do is you sign up, and I'm not going to go through the sign up process, but it's free. It is free. Okay, so when you sign up here, you will start getting 3 daily emails Monday through Friday in your inbox. And let me show you what that looks like. So this is my Gmail inbox, and you'll see HARO, H-A-R-O, stands for Help a Reporter Out, even though the website leaves off the last word. The website is just helpareporter.com. But Help a Reporter Out was the original acronym, so we all call it HARO. Maybe some people call it HARO. I don't know. I call it HARO. So in my Haro emails, which you get 3 times a day. So for example, you'll see, I think I turned one of them off. I turned off the, I don't know. I think I'm only getting 2 per day. You can select how many you get per day, but you can get up to 3 per day. So you see there was 2 on the 5th, there was 1 on the 7th, 2 on the 10th, and maybe I'm deleting some, I don't remember. But let's just go into the latest one, okay? Wednesday morning edition. Now, this is an advertisement. You can read it, you can ignore it, and if you ever get solicited to put your brand in here as an advertisement, I don't suggest it. I spent thousands of dollars on it and I never got a lead from it. So maybe they're better. I don't know, but I would ask to see some results if you were going to spend, $1,500 to have your little blurb right here. I don't think it's worth it. That's just my 2 cents. It might have changed. So, the queries. These are called journalist queries. Queries are like questions. The journalist is searching for something, and they're called queries, okay? And this table of context breaks it down into different categories. So the first category is biotech and healthcare, because it's just alphabetical. The second category, business and finance. The third category, and these categories can change, but education, general, high-tech, lifestyle and fitness, public policy and government, sports, travel. Okay, now as you can see, there are 51 queries, and this is just this morning's email. That means there's 2 more emails coming out. Actually, this was yesterday morning's. There's 2 more emails coming out for that day. So you could realistically have, and this is a small one, so if there's only 50, but times 3 per day, that's 150 queries per day minimum, sometimes upwards of 300, that will allow you to search through them and see if you can get published in a magazine. So what you do is you look for your category. Now my categories could be business and finance, it could be marketing, it could be tech, right? And so you just quickly read through the titles first. Recycling, donating, used cell phones. I could probably speak on that. Should parents, copywriting examples. That's in my wheelhouse. I could speak on that, right? We're already talking about 2 things in tech that I can speak of. These are 2 articles I could get published in just by answering a Wednesday morning email. Let's see, HR pros, hiring consultants, ways to get by without VC cash and why it may be a great idea. I'm pretty thrifty in my business building. Seeking to interview companies with issues, no. Fast providers, no. Loans. Looking for UX and UI and graphic designers. I could probably refer some of my friends or my students to that story. So anyway, you start looking through things that match. Need experts to weigh in on small businesses using ACH payments. I use ACH payments, at least I did when I had clients. I took their checks instead of their credit cards. Need experts to weigh in. Okay, so there's some in there that I could respond to. Talk to me about human trafficking, signs of emotional abuse, sex balance, and CBD for women. I know half my friends are in the CBD, and most of my friends are women. Excuse me. Let's see, what else? Last call, Valentech gift. Oh, I would love, if I had a significant other, I would love a techie gift. So I could probably speak to that on some ideas because I'm pretty creative. You don't even have to be an expert as long as you can speak to what they're asking, because these editors, or journalists, their brains are scrambled. This journalist right here, which we haven't clicked on it yet, might have to produce 4 stories this week. So they're going to need they might need 3 experts to quote per story. They might need help from 12 people to produce 4 stories. Okay? Lifestyle and fitness. So you go through these, and let's click on one up here that is like copywriting examples, right? So now when you click on it, all it did was bring me to the bottom of the email. So the top is the table of contents, and then when you click on it, it brings you down to where that story is. And since I already forgot, I need to go back up and click on it. Okay, number 9. So now number 9 tells you more about what they're looking for. It says, summary. copywriting examples, home pages only. So if you were going to write back to them, you would probably put this in the subject line so they know exactly what the hell you're emailing them about, right? So that would go in your subject line in your email to them. The name of the journalist or the writer is Priscilla Sumo. The category, we already knew that. The email goes through the system, helpareporter.net. It is their email system. So you would literally compose an email to that email, and then this would be your subject line. Okay. And then you have to pay attention to the deadline. The deadline is 11 p.m. on the 12th of February. That means this is yesterday's email and this deadline is past. So you cannot write back to them. But I'm still going to use it as an example. If you write back, the system will tell you, sorry, that deadline has passed, not accept, it'll just spit your email back. But let's pretend this was, you know, a later date. And so we're going to look at the query, send me the URL link to your home page and conversion rate. Requirements: you must be a freelancer, agency, or marketer from a SaaS, which is software as a service. So this is software companies like Canva, like TGMware, like Lucidchart, or small to medium-sized businesses. Thanks. So they're not even asking us a question. They're just literally saying, send me the home page and your conversion rate. That's like the easiest thing ever. So you would give them exactly what they're asking for. Home page equal this, and conversion rate equal this. That's all they're asking for. If you, and you be nice to them, if you would like more info, please reach out to me, right? And then you provide everything. You make it super easy for them in their busy schedule to literally push buttons. 925-252-5361 is the office. I missed a number. You would put your email in here. You would put your Skype in here. You'd put whatever you have for someone to contact you. You would put your Voxer in there, whatever. You make it so that you are extremely accessible. You make their job easy. They can literally skim your email and go, boom, boom, I see it. And I got what I needed. And if I need to talk to her anymore, I'm going to reach out. Oh, and by the way, I love Skype. I use it all the time. So I'm going to reach out to her on Skype. Okay? Is this making sense? You want to kiss their butt. Kiss their tuchus. Now let's pick one that actually asks a question, because I want to tell you how to answer questions. There's a right way and a wrong way. So we're going to take this out and find one like number 7. I think was. Let's go back up really quickly to the table of contents. And I remember seeing some ways to get by without VC Cash. I don't think that's really mine, because I'm building software and we're getting VC Cash. Let's click on this one, because a lot of my students and a lot of my agency mentees have major issues with internal scaling. So let's see what this is about. It's number 13. Sometimes they'll tell you what the outlet is, the media outlet. So this one was Inverse, and 9 was for Sumo. Now, these are small sounding ones to me. I don't know them. Sometimes you'll see Forbes. Sometimes you'll see Confidential. And then you know it's probably a bigger one. Okay, so let's go back down to 13. And this is, let's see, I really just want to focus on showing you how to answer the question properly. Query: I'm looking to do Q&As. Now, this is where your elementary school kicks in. Listen to what they're saying. Break it down in a bullet list. Sometimes I take this and I pop it into my email and I rework it. Any good student knows how to do this. See examples. So he's giving examples. That's great. Requirements: lack of funding or customers doesn't apply unless an internal process was the cause. Right. So he's looking for like a company that's doing a lot of things right, and then they reached a bottleneck and they can't figure out how to fix it. or maybe they did figure out how to fix it. And we can look at these examples. But just to show you, I'm looking to do Q&As with companies that had internal scaling issues, examples, promoting the wrong people, lack of training, broken processes. So internal scaling issues, right? And you would list them, right? Software broke 3 days into a launch. Sales manager died, God forbid, right? And so you literally make a bullet list. I usually use these little squiggles because I think they're pretty. It's part of a series called Scaled Up for Inverse, right? And then you could elaborate just a little bit. Again, make the reading of this easy. Explanation. I can't talk and type at the same time because I'm not looking at it. My brain is going ahead of my fingers. Explanation. During a 30-day launch, blah, blah, blah happened, right? Blah, blah, blah. And as a result of the stress, the sales manager died. This is a morbid example. I'm sorry. So you make it really simple. Couple sentences. You don't go on for, paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. You simply give them what they're asking for, and then you stop shorter than you think and say, if you would like more info, please reach out to me, right? And if you have examples, you could literally say, you could say screenshots attached. Don't put them in here in the email, just attach them to the email. And if they want to look at it, screenshots attached for verification and visuals. Super to the point. This is not about you. This is not about your brand. This is about their story. This is about you helping them. And as a thank you, they will quote you. And by quote, sometimes they will say, attach a headshot or attach your website. And you just make sure that it's in here. If you want to make it easy on them, again, make everything easy on them. If 2 people respond and one has made it easy on them and one has made it difficult, guess who's going in the story? So you could have a link or attached, right? You could have your website, your company name, and your title. Things that a journalist would need to put into their story if they ask for that and if they're going to publish you. Okay? So go ahead, get your free press. I want to hear about it when you get your first story. You can get published in under a week. Under a week. I'd probably allot 30 to 60 minutes per day to doing this, or outsource it to a virtual assistant to only send you the ones that match you. You could have a virtual assistant read your email, and she or he could come back and say, you need to jump on story 2, 5, and 17. And then all you have to do at the end, well, not at the end of your day because you don't want to miss deadlines, maybe at lunchtime, is jump in there, respond, and move on. Okay? So I want to hear about your wins, and come drop them off in my group when you have them, and I hope you enjoyed this free media training.